Good morning, everyone. You know, I was just sitting here and I was like, I really want to capture this this moment in time. And I was working in my yard and I was like, there's not a whole bunch going on. There's not a lot of stuff that's growing or anything like that. We've had some crazy weather here in Virginia. It's been cold, it's been hot. Today I think it's supposed to get into the 80s. And so it's just been just crazy. And I'm okay with that. I was sitting here and I was like, wow, just sit down. I was cutting the grass. Yes, I cut the grass. But I did keep some clover. I did keep a lot of the clover, and I think I'll show that to you guys. But I was like, just sit down. Why you gotta keep moving? We do all this work, and how often do we just sit down and enjoy the fruits of our labor? You know? And so I was like, just sit still. Just be still. I dropped Mr. off to daycare, and today is my day for me. This is my mental health day. That's what I call it, my mental health day, where I can just take a shower without a little child coming into the bathroom. Or I can just sit on the sofa, or I can just sit outside and I don't have to constantly watch him. I can just be. I can just do what I want to do. If I want to do my nails, I can do that. Whatever it is that I want to do, that's what I'm doing today. So I'm just sitting here and I'm like, wow, like looking for the little things. I'm like, this is just such a beautiful day. Got a nice breeze going on out here, and I'm just sitting in my favorite chair. Now, let me show you. These are some old chairs here, and my son gave them to me. These, I don't know, I think these may be 1940, 1950 year old chairs. But I just love them because they rock back and forth. And I just sit here underneath this tree. And sometimes it gets sketchy because the birds just, I don't know, the birds, the bugs, and everything else. And then I have my little bird fountain over here. And I clean that for them so that they can have some nice clean water. I think about them. I'm like, hey, I like clean water. why why shouldn't they? But I'm like, wow, I just that's what I talk about. Search for the light. Search for those little things that bring you joy. I was talking to a friend and she was just so upset, and sometimes when people tell me their problems, I'm like, wow, you really have to search for the light because what may be small to me is big to someone else. And but I'm like, wow, you wake up at early in the morning and already you've convinced yourself that it's a bad day. And that's why I keep telling people you have to search for the light. You have to choose, how do you want this day to go? And even if it's not going it starts off not going well, you have the ability to turn that around. If you just search for one small thing. I was talking to a friend of mine and I said, and this may sound crazy, I don't know, but I drink coffee. And sometimes I'll be laying in the bed, I'm like, I feel like, oh, gotta get up. I don't feel like getting up. I'm just not feeling well today. And then I think about coffee and I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna love that coffee. And I look forward to that. And to me that's a small light. So I get up, turn on some music, and I just try to start my day in the best way that I can. And like I said, you have to search for the light. That's a small thing. That's a small thing, but it's important to me. And somebody else may get excited about something else, but that makes me so excited. I get excited about cheese. I love cheese. And so, it's just those little things. It's not always a big thing that has to occur in order for you to have joy, in order for you to have peace. And that's what I try to do. So she didn't want to hear all that, and I was like, you know what? You're choosing. You're choosing. You say you're not choosing to be unhappy, but you're not searching for anything that can make you happy. You're so focused on the negative that you can't even see all the positive things that you have going on in your life. And I just thought that was just sad. And I was like, I don't know what else to tell you, because that can be so draining. She's married, and I'm like, wow, I can only imagine what it may be like to be her husband, because that's just so draining. It's just so draining. You know, I'm like, try something different. Do something different. If what you're doing is not working for you, do something different. It doesn't have to be outrageous or really big, but do something different. I got up this morning, I exercised, and I was like, okay, I need to lose some weight. You need to do something different. If what you're doing is not working for you, do something different. Find something. Change one little thing and try to be consistent with that. But, I'm not going to continue to talk about that. I'm going to show y'all around so y'all can see the little bit of stuff that's going on. I did put some flowers here because I told you I wanted to see some flowers. Flowers make me happy. So I'm trying to add more of what makes me happy. These are some impatiens. I'm not sure if I showed y'all those before, but I put those, and then the what is that? The collard. And I think it's going to seed. I think it's going to go to seed because it's just getting up too tall. I don't know. It started just coming up out. And I think I told y'all the nectarine just up and died. I don't know what happened to that. This thing over here I pulled from the side of the garage, that it's doing well. I don't know what it's going to be. It's like I said, the plant ID says it's supposed to be grapes. We shall see. And in the apple tree, it didn't bloom this year. And I really didn't expect it to bloom because the weather's just been so crazy. And I don't know what these things are. This thing here stayed green all through the winter. I don't know what that is. But I have some beans, my string beans, finally decided to start coming up, and something's eating them. And it may be the birds. It may be the birds. And then another compost pile. I think I told y'all that. That's one of my compost piles. And then let me see if I can show y'all my blackberries. I was like, oh man, I totally didn't know that I had a blackberry tree when I moved here. Y'all see that? Look at that. And I don't think they're gonna get really big this year, like I said, because of the weather we had. But hey, I'll take what I can get. I don't do anything for that. And it's here. And then I think I told you over here is a mulberry tree. And I thought I saw some. I had been pruning this thing back. This thing was a beast. And I think it wasn't producing because it hadn't been trimmed back. But I don't see any. I thought I saw some. But yeah, this is my mulberry tree. And it's just, that sun is beaming. Um, but yeah, it is, yeah. Like I said, since I started trimming it back, I've been getting mulberries, which that's something I didn't expect. And then I had some more impatiens I put over here. This is my, I call it my meditation area over here. Namaste. Look at that. I love him. Mister come over here and just play on his head. And then look at that. The kale, the dinosaur kale is going to seed. And you know what? Like I said, I'm not fighting anything here. And I don't know what's going on over here. This is all kinds of stuff growing. I'm just gonna leave it. Just leave it. I should stop pulling stuff. Let it do whatever it's gonna do. and just see what it's gonna be. Then my curly kale. I think I got this like, yeah, that's my curly kale right there. I have 3 of those. And she's doing well. I love curly kale. Oh, that is my favorite. The apple tree, I don't think we're gonna get any apples. She didn't bloom. She, yeah, she's got something on her. I had this thing last year, like some rust thing, and I moved her all the way from over there in hopes that she would do better over here. And now she has rust over here, so I'll probably have to spray her. And I got some spray specifically for that. So I don't know. Like I said, no one's going out in the woods doing all that. Then my sweet potatoes are trying to come up. I may have to move it because I don't think it gets enough sun over here. It gets sun, but I think it could be getting so much more sun. So I may move those sweet potatoes. So let's see. I want to try to remember. Then my potatoes, remember what I need to show y'all because there's a couple things I haven't shown y'all. I don't know what this is. And it may be, I don't know. I think it may be a tomato plant. I think that's what I think it is. But I trimmed down the potatoes because they started flowering and then they fell over. And so I was like, you know what? I really hadn't been watering them. Um, so I just cut them back. I'm like, whatever. But when I pulled them up, they had potatoes. Potatoes was growing. I probably should have just left them. That's what I said. I sometimes just get in my own way. I want to show y'all this. These are my strawberries that let me minimize some of this. These are my strawberries. I always forget about these strawberries. And I had quite a few. And y'all see that? I have a little strawberry in there. I had to cover this because I think the birds was eating it. But I had threw this over in a corner. And I'm going to show y'all. I call it my resurrection corner. That's when I've cussed you out. And now I'm done with you. And you know what happens? They usually come back. That's usually what happens. They come back. So I'm going to show that to y'all in a minute. But here's some more curly kale over here. I think something's been digging down in there. And then I think I showed y'all my blueberries. Like I said, there's not a whole bunch going on here, but certain things I try to remember to show you guys. And then this is the champion kale. And the mosquitoes out here is outrageous. I just sprayed the yard because the mosquitoes are outrageous. But this champion kale it just loves whatever's going on in here. It loves it. Then these radishes, I don't think I'm doing them right, but they got bigger. So I'm just gonna leave it. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just like, just trying to let nature do, I don't know, whatever the heck it's gonna do. Because I just can't. I can't keep doing all that. And then some of these trees, I'm gonna put them in the ground this fall. That's my game plan. Because from what I was reading, that when you get these little things here, it's a possibility that the tree is stressed out. And a couple of my trees have done this, so I've cut them back and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. But that's my game plan this fall to put them in the ground. And then of course the cherry tree. Let's see, y'all see that? Yeah. Got those, and it took a beating from all the caterpillars that jumped on it. And then of course my peach tree. I don't have any peaches yet, but it did bloom. So I don't know. I'll just be glad. The day that I finally get a peach will be a day. And there's some more curly kale. I don't know what that little thing is down there. That's the thing when you mix your soil and it has some seeds because you think something didn't come up. And then you be like, what is that? You know. And it's something that you threw in there that had seeds. So let's go on over here to the side of the house. The more dinosaur kale. I probably should cut that back because I don't think I need a whole bunch of dinosaur kale. I don't even know if that would make any difference. If someone knows, let me know. I'd probably have to look into that because I don't think I need all that. So that's that. And oh, and here's another thing that I forget all about. I never do anything. I think I told y'all about this. This gooseberry. Can y'all see that? All those gooseberries. And I started to get rid of this thing. I think I mentioned that. But I was like, I don't do anything for it. And look at it. Filled with gooseberries. So I'm just gonna let it do what it does. Look at that. Let's see if we can zoom in. Can y'all see that? All those gooseberries. Yep. And so I even put something over here. I think I told y'all I was trying to grow a watermelon. And it started to grow, but then I don't know. It it wasn't getting any bigger. And like I said, the weather. So I put some more in there. So we shall see. We shall see. So here's the yard. I cut the grass, but I still have some clover over here. And it does. It looks better. You know, it looks better. I was like, well, just cut that side and be done with it. And then a little bit down there, you know. I was like, just cut it, you know, and just be done with it. You know, just be done with it. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing today. And I'm gonna go in, have myself some lunch, and just enjoy the rest of this day. Look at these roses was blooming, but then we had a really hard rain, so a lot of the roses um, dropped off. I have to trim them back too, so they can get some more new ones. But it was just beautiful, just beautiful. Um, yeah, so that's something. Like I said, that's all I have going on right now. And like I said, you know, it's just such a beautiful day. And every time I say that, I want to sing that song. What's that? Mr. Rogers, I think. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, that song. So anyway, this video is getting quite long, and I'm gonna go on in the house, like I said, and take a shower and get dressed and have me some lunch. So I'm not gonna keep you guys. I hope everyone's having a good day, and I will talk to all of you soon. Okay? And be safe out there, everyone. And remember what I said. Find the light. Love you. Peace and love. Bye.